What is up, guys? Welcome back to Bring Me Joy-Con. You guessed it, you old detective you. We are going to review Super Mario Party. There was a lot of hype building up to the release of Super Mario Party because there weren't a lot of party games on the Switch just yet. And people really wanted one, and Mario Party has been a franchise for a long time. I really like that they went with Super Mario Party and not Mario Party 11 or 12 or whichever game we're on. The originals were very, very good. Some of the best games I played in my childhood. Me and my cousins would all play on N64 together, and those games are incredible. When the GameCube came out, they only got better from there. The graphics were better. The mini games became, very, very good. I really like, I'll just give you my favorites. Mario Party 2, 3, and 4. 5's not bad either. Those, I would say, are probably my favorite out of the whole series as far as the older titles go. Now, when they got into the Wii era, this kind of got bad. 8 wasn't horrible, but they did force you to use motion controls, and not everybody liked that, including myself. 9 was just a mess. They decided that instead of going around a board, the best part about the whole game was going around the board almost as if it were like, a board game that you'd be playing in your living room or something. They decided that you should all go around a track on a car of some sort. It was not good. I did not like that. Most people did not like it. I believe the reviews were pretty bad, if I remember correctly. They were not good. People did not like that idea that you were all forced to ride together in a car. So when they announced Super Mario Party for the Switch, they said, we're going back to our roots. And that, to me, meant that they were going back to that board game style where you just went around the board and different things could happen on the board that sort of changed the game. But essentially, you rolled your dice, everybody else then rolled their dice, and you played a mini game together, either on teams or against each other. But that is the style that we all know and love. And did they deliver on that? Kind of. There's 4 boards that you can play on like that, but there's also several different game modes that make up the majority of the game. The raft mode is pretty cool. I have to admit, it's not my favorite thing, but it's not quite as good as the traditional style of Mario Party where you go around the board and play the mini games. But it's not bad. You are forced to use motion controls, which I do not like. But having said that, it is pretty fun, and you swing your controller to paddle your oar, and then you pop the balloons to do the mini games. And based on how well you do in the mini games, you earn more time, and then you continue to go down the river. When you run out of time or you get to the end, that is how you finish up. So the object basically is to do well in teams. The mini games are all team focused, so all 4 of you are working together, and then you earn time and you continue down the river. And it's pretty good. It's not terrible. Me and my son like playing that together, but I really wish that there were more of the traditional. They said we're going back to our roots. That to me means that we're gonna have a bunch of game boards where we can play traditional Mario Party like we did on the N64 or on the GameCube. And this whole, first off, you're forced to use a Joy-Con. Even if you're playing by yourself, you cannot play the game in handheld mode, which is the most absurd, ridiculous thing that I've ever seen. You have to separate the Joy-Con from the console and play the game. So, don't bother taking it on the go if you're going to be in a car. Unless you have some way to hang it from, say, the seat in front of you. There's not really any way to play in handheld mode. It's just ridiculous. They need to update it. They could very easily make an update that allows you to play in handheld mode if you're going to play by yourself. that should be a thing, or maybe even an update to do that, so that you can, connect all four together, 4 switches together, and play with each other like that. That makes sense too. So I mean, I guess the biggest drawback is that you have to use a single Joy-Con, turned sideways, and I just really don't like it at all. I wish I could use, the 2 Joy-Cons together, in the little grip. That would be cool. It's just the worst design flaw, and also because of it, you cannot use it on the Switch Lite. It's in the list of games that doesn't work on the Switch Lite, because you can't separate the Joy-Con from the console. So, Nintendo, please fix this issue. Just do an update. I know it does take time and effort, but you'd sell so many more copies, and people would enjoy the game so much more if you could play it in handheld mode. One of the other modes that they had in this game, that they created just for this, is that you put the tablets, the main piece of your Switch, you lay it down on a table, and then lay another one next to it, and you can play this tank game where you're shooting into each other with these tanks, and the map splits between the 2 screens, and it's pretty cool. It's not bad. It's a very unique, cool idea. They actually had to patent this. I'm not exactly sure why, but I remember seeing a patent for this before Super Mario Party was announced, and where the 2 screens were laid side by side and communicating together, and I remember people being confused, like, what is this? What is Nintendo making? Some people thought it was just a patent idea that would never really show itself, would never actually come true, and it turned out to be part of the Super Mario Party. So that's pretty cool. There's one where you have to like slide the tablets around to make the puzzle. It's almost like a puzzle, like you're making a picture, and that's okay. But it's not. It's certainly not why I play. I'm old school Mario Party, so I would just appreciate more game boards. Fine if you're gonna force me to use the sideways Joy-Con, then whatever. But at least give me some more game boards to play on, besides the 4 that we've got. If it wouldn't be that difficult, and I think it would be a lot more pleasing to the fans. I don't think this game had very good reception. I think it sold decent in the beginning, but quickly fell off, because there's just too much going on in the one game. They need to just focus on that traditional Mario Party style, in my opinion. Let me know down in the comments if you will be picking up Super Mario Party. Let me know if you think it was a success or a failure. Did you enjoy this game? Will you be picking it up later on? Maybe when it goes a little cheaper, because in my opinion it is a little bit disappointing. But that doesn't stop me from playing it with friends when they're over, or my son. But to be honest with you, as far as party games go, I think your best bet is, probably Mario Kart. Unless they do some sort of update to Mario Party. So, follow me on Instagram, follow me on Twitter, subscribe to the channel if you have not yet. I really appreciate when people do, because I am over here creating all kinds of content, all kinds of reviews, and I'm keeping you up to date on Switch news and video game news in general. So, like I said, subscribe to the channel. Have an amazing day.